Well, welcome back.
Okay.
We're going to go to the recipe for this program. It's called a creamy northern bean soup.
Oh, sounds good,
Let's
honey.
look at the ingredients. It calls for one 16-ounce package of great northern beans, one medium onion chopped, 2 to 3 garlic cloves chopped, one 14.5-ounce can of tomatoes diced, one 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, 1 cup of spinach frozen and chopped, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, and sea salt to taste.
Okay.
Well, the thing that's so easy about this recipe, it doesn't take a lot of ingredients. We've already got the beans going, and what I'm going to do is, you can see it's smoking.
Smells good too.
It smells really good, and I'm going
Camera
to start
crew's having a hard
adding
time, baby.
in the ingredients. Curtis, I'm going to stir. Why don't you go ahead and put those tomatoes in first? We got the tomatoes going in, diced tomatoes.
Right. Diced tomatoes going
All right,
in.
it makes it change the color of it.
Okay.
All right.
And again, you know, we're cooking, for some people, this may be a new way of cooking. Of course, we're not using any flesh on Abundant Living program, so again, this may be a new way of cooking for a lot of people.
Okay.
But it'd be a healthier way of cooking. All right.
That tomato sauce, make
rest
sure you
of this
get all
on
the
in.
goodies out of there for me.
I need to do that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All
I
right.
love this soup. I love this soup. One of these, it fills you up.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. And then, of course, after the tomato sauce, we're going to go ahead on and add in, that's the spinach.
Okay, the
And the
spinach
spinach
is going
frozen,
in.
yes.
Now,
1
how did
cup
you cook the
spinach.
beans? You cook this in a crock pot overnight, did you say, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the things that is really good, let me stir this up here
All
so
right.
we can, as a matter of fact, why don't you stir that just a little bit there, Chris, while you know, when I talk about those beans, the one thing that's so important is that people ask me all the time, you know, Paul, I try to do beans, but it gives me flaginess. I have a lot of problems with it. Well, if you cook them in a crock pot, what I do is I take the dry beans, sort them out, you know, clean them up real good, you know, as far as running them through the water and everything. And then I put them into a crock pot, and it takes 6 to 8 cups of water in the crock pot. And then with that, you're going to add your onions and your garlic. Do not put salt in those beans to start off with. It's going to make them real tight. It's going to make them take a longer time to cook. The longer they cook, the better they get, because the fiber, and also we talked before about the ribose sugar, very complicated sugar the Creator God put into the food, and it actually helps to break that down as it's going through that cooking in the crock pot.
Okay.
All right.
Very good.
And you can cook it on the stove. If you do it on the stove, you still have to go longer. But in the crock pot, you don't have to worry about it. All right.
Easy to do.
I'm going to throw in the seasonings.
Okay.
And this is the onion powder, garlic powder, and also the sea salt to taste. All right.
Okay.
And look how pretty this is.
This looks good. It smells good. Now, will I be able to taste this at the end of the program?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Is that my spoon that you'll be feeding me with?
No, because I'm using that one for the soup, and someone else might want some.
Oh, we're going to be sharing this dish with the camera crew?
We're going to be sharing.
Okay. All right.
Okay, it's nice and hot, and it's getting itself together. Curtis, you know, when you were talking about that Adventist Advantage, you made a statement about the Bible and about information people can get online, National Geographic's Time Magazine.
Right.
What if somebody really wants to study about the health message, as not just related to Adventists, but to study the health message as God wrote it?
Okay, good point.
How can they do that? How can they get that information?
Here's one of the best tracks that we know, if people can get a close-up of this. It's called God's Free Health Plan, God's Free Health Plan. And this is a concise, compacted version of what God's Word has to say about healthful living, diet and lifestyle, and total wellness. And it's about 7 pages. Has over 80 scriptures packed in this right here. Can digest about maybe 30 minutes. So here it is, and those who ask for that, we'll give this to you free of charge. No problem.
That sounds good. You know what we're going to do then? We're going to put the lid on, and we're going to let this go for at least another good 30 minutes to cook up. And you know what? You just stay by.